love introducing young actors to Shakespeare because it's so beautifully written, and yet you've really got to look into those words and figure out what they mean. And that's how we put subtext to use. Subtext is what you're thinking when you're speaking, and it's what you really mean by what you're saying. And, some young actors, they think that Shakespeare needs to be done very formally. But that's exactly the opposite of what Shakespeare wanted. He said, suit the action to the word to the action, with this special observance, or step not the modesty of nature. Take a look at these young actors who've never done Shakespeare before, working on it in class.
There is a willow that grows aslant a brook that shows its hoar leaves in the glassy stream. There, with fantastic garlands did she come, of crowflowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples. The liberal shepherds give a grosser name, but our cold maids do dead men's fingers call them.
So, Renee, if you were saying this in your own words,
yeah,
and you were trying to tell this to him, have you tried that? Have you tried saying it in your own words?
Yeah, there's a tree by the brook, and she.
Okay, so let me help you with this. Okay, so if you could work on this just like this. Look, you can't just say the words. You've got to use the words the way you would. You'd say, Laertes, I'm really so sorry, but your sister's dead. And he says, where did it happen? And you go, it was a really beautiful place. And like there's this beautiful willow tree, and the water goes by, and it's just like glass there. And she was just out there picking all these beautiful flowers. She had this kind of flower, and then she had that kind of flower. And then she's like crawling up on the embankment, and all of a sudden, oh my God, something breaks. And she goes falling down the hill. And she falls in the water, and first she's just lying there. She's like a mermaid or something, like a creature that feels natural in the water, because she's not even fighting. And she's just floating there, and she's singing songs. Okay, you see all that stuff that happened? So, because right now you're just kind of saying it all very evenly. It's all the same. It's all, nothing happens, but something happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It was all so peaceful and loving, when all of a sudden this branch broke and she goes tumbling down the hill. See, there's the event that made it happen. So it's not just saying the words. It's using the words to tell him what happened. It was terrible.
You want me to have more energy.
Is that what you saw me have, more energy?
More energy?
Or was I painting more picture? I was actually using the words to tell about an event that I experienced. I could say all the words energetically, and they would all be the same, right? It's not about energy, is it? It's about meaning. You know what? My brother-in-law got killed in a motorcycle accident. Okay, they were on a trip together on vacation, and they were having the best time of their lives. And they were just driving along in Rocky Mountains, looking at all the scenery, when all of a sudden this car pulls or makes a U-turn right in front of him, and he smashes into that car, and he's thrown off the motorcycle, and he's lying on the ground flailing. Now, would you just say, well, they were having a great time on their vacation when all of a sudden a car made a U-turn, and he hit the car, and then he was floundering on the street? You wouldn't say it like that, would you? You know, a person wants to know that their loved one's last moments were happy. And so you're saying it was really scary for a moment. She's falling, she's clutching, she's falling into the river, but then she was happy again. She's just singing. But then she got sucked down, sadly, and she died. Okay?
Okay, so you want me to say the tree part, both happy and like I'm verifying that he knows where it is? And
He's
I'm
maybe
not,
never, he maybe have never been there. Because you say
okay.
there is. There's this place that's so beautiful. Can you say that? Say she was in this beautiful place.
She was in this beautiful place, having a lovely day, picking flowers.
Say all these beautiful flowers, purple ones and white ones, and these funny little flowers that people call a dirty name, right? That's what you're doing. You're painting a beautiful picture of the day.
All these beautiful flowers, pink ones, white ones, the little purple ones that people give a funny name.
Good, good. See, there you go.
There on the pendant boughs, her coronet weeds clambering to hang, an envious sliver broke.
Now make that scary. An envious sliver broke. Oh my God, something broke.
An envious sliver broke, when down her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook.
And oh my gosh, she fell down. When down, she fell into the horror. Oh my God, it was terrible. I was so scared when I saw it. Wouldn't you be scared if you saw it?
Yeah, when down her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook.
Spread wide. It was just floating on top of the water.
Not scary anymore, so I got to go from being,
Exactly.
oh, she fell, to
Yeah.
oh, she was just kind of floating there.
She was just kind of, she looked beautiful. She looked beautiful. Her cloak spread out, and she seemed so calm, like she was just some kind of sea creature.
Yeah, she looks beautiful there. But then Queen Gertrude gets really confused because it's like she doesn't try to swim to shore. She's got this opportunity that she's floating. Yeah. She could doggy paddle to shore. Come on, wake up.
Exactly.
She's just singing. She's like,
I think you're starting to get the idea of what it's all about, right? Of what you need to do.
Right. Each word has meaning. Well, maybe not literally each word, but enough of the words have meaning.
Actually, every single word has a meaning, and has a meaning, but has a meaning, every word has a meaning. And you're trying to use the words to tell the story of what happened to Laertes so he can understand the death of his sister, just like I was telling the death of my sister's husband.
Oh, Eglamour, thou art a gentleman. Think not I flatter, for I swear I do not. Valiant, wise, remorseful, well accomplished, thou art not ignorant what dear goodwill I bear unto thee banished Valentine.
Okay, so when you say, it's like, oh, Eglamour, you know what you're going to ask him from the very beginning, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you see somebody say, oh, Eglamour, I got something I need to ask you. So just to have that in your mind. So it's not like, oh, by the way, I'm very, because from the very beginning, you want to say, I have something I need to ask you. It feels a little fakey at the beginning.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think that's where she is.
She has a motive, yeah.
Yes. Oh, swearing. I swear.
It was like, yes. I swear I do not, yeah.
I swear. I mean, just be very sincere with that swear. Thou art a gentleman. I mean, I think really highly of you. That's what you're saying. Okay. Oh, Eglamour, I got something I want to tell you. Something I need to ask you. Who, me? Why are you calling me? Well, thou art a gentleman. Okay. So answer the question, why are you calling me over?
Because you are a gentleman. Thou art a gentleman.
Yeah. Okay. You see it? You see?
Yeah. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with the sincere flattery part.
Okay, but it's not flat. Don't think of it as flattery. It's you're telling the truth. So he's saying you're flattering me, and you're saying, no, I'm not flattering you. The whole reason I'm telling you this, that I'm asking you, is because I think you're a gentleman. It's because I think you're all these great things. Okay?
Yeah.
So you're not, just get the whole idea out of your mind that you're flattering, and just turn it over to telling the truth about how you think of him. And okay. That's why you trust him enough to go alone with you in the forest. I mean, in this day and age, How many women would ask a man to go with them alone into the woods when you run away?
None.
None. That's why you have to explain to him why you're choosing him. If he thought you were flattering, what would it mean?
It'd mean that I'm faking it, yeah.
Or that you are coming on to him. But right away you're saying, I'm not coming on to you. Think not that I flatter. Okay? So I think it would help for you to think that you are protecting your reputation by saying this too, right?
Okay, yeah. Oh, Eglamour, thou art a gentleman. Think not I flatter, for I swear I do not. Valiant, wise, remorseful, well accomplished, thou art not ignorant what dear goodwill I bear unto thee banished Valentine, nor how my father would enforce me marry vain Thurio, whom my very soul abhors. Thyself hast loved, and I have even heard thee say, no grief did ever come so near thy heart as when thy lady and thy true love died, upon whose grave thou vowest pure chastity. Sir Eglamour, I would to Valentine to Mantua, where I hear he makes abode. And as the ways are dangerous to pass, I do desire thy worthy company, upon whose faith and honor I repose. Urge not my father's anger, Eglamour, but think upon my grief, a lady's grief, or on the justice of my flying hints to keep me from a most unholy match, which heaven and fortune still rewards with plagues. I do desire thee, even from a heart as full of sorrows as the sea of sands, to bear me company and go with me. If not, to hide what I have said to thee, that I may venture to depart alone.
Nice. That was it. How'd that feel?
That felt way better. Like, I actually felt like I was laying it out, like laying it all on the line.
It was one purpose, right?
Yeah.
That one objective. Like sometimes it can be because, you want to make your tactics different. Sometimes your tactic might throw you off your objective, and you don't ever want that to be. You understand what I mean by that? Because you were getting all wrapped up in, I'm going to flatter, I'm getting flattery. Yeah, and that was getting you off your objective, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was throwing you off the fact that you have a mission at hand. You need to have somebody go with you. I mean, if you do go alone, you're much more likely to get lost or for someone to rob you or rape you or something in the woods, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to go in the woods alone, but you will if you have to.
But I don't want to. Yeah.
But you don't want to. And so you've got to try to convince this man to go with you, and that your intentions are so pure, and that you chose him because you think his intentions are pure, that you think the two of you have something in common. Yeah, you really did such a good work. I'm so proud of your work on this.
Thank you.
Because, you've never done any Shakespeare, right?
I haven't.
Your very first time, and you really are using your words for their purpose, and that's really great, really great.